Welcome to my podcast, Passion to Purpose. This is the episode 3, and in this episode, I am going to discuss with you how you can reduce procrastination. Yes, because stopping procrastination is not possible. I mean, for most of the people, procrastination is part and parcel of our life. So, we all know what is procrastination. Whenever we are delaying something, we are postponing something for future, so that is called procrastination. The word has origin from the Latin procrastinatus, which itself evolved from prefix pro, means forward, and crustiness, meaning of tomorrow. So before going further about procrastination, let us share a story which I used to listen from my grandfather. So he used to tell me, whenever I used to tell him that okay, I will do it sometimes after, he used to tell me that story and he used to refer me that story. So some of us, we may know about the story. That is from a Hindu mythology, Ramayana. We all know the demon Ravan and how powerful he was. He was like, we know him as a bad person. Most of us, we know him as a bad person because he abducted the wife of Rama, the Sita. So but this is not about that. Today I will tell you about something else. So once actually Ravana thought that he will build a staircase to heaven, and he was quite capable of it. I mean, so what happened when he decided that he will build a staircase? All the gods were very worried that what if Ravana made it, and then what will happen to us? So then all the gods sent Narada that you go and you tell something to Ravana so that this thing shouldn't happen. So Narada came to Ravana, and Narada, when Ravana was very much enthusiastic that okay, let's build that staircase to heaven, Narada came and told Ravana that Ravan, why you are so eager to do it now? Let's do it tomorrow. Today you have fun. So it's not the actual the word. I mean, I that was written in Ramayana, but I just to make a fun. Maybe I am just rewording. So what Ravana thought that right, Narada is right. Why I am hurrying? So let's build it tomorrow. So and then this tomorrow never came, and we all know that what happened. He could never build it, and I wish like he if he didn't procrastinate it, then what would have happened? Anyway, so that is the story of procrastination. I sometimes remember, and I tell myself, like whenever I feel doing something later on, I pushed myself doing it by remembering the story. I don't know if this is the same story. After knowing the story, if it would help you in the same way or not. Anyway, so let's proceed. So in this episode, we are going to discuss about what is procrastination, what are the types of procrastination, how you can stop or reduce procrastination. So that some of my personal tips. So the first thing is, what is procrastination? As I was saying, that procrastination is postponing something for future, and it is actually different from laziness. Generally, lazy people don't want to do something. I mean, they are just getting lethargic that okay, why to do something. But procrastination is you have full wish to do, you want to do it, but somehow you are not able to start it. So procrastination is, I think, more related with starting something, because if you start something which you really want, then somehow at least you will manage to make it happen again and again if it is required. So I was just referring about procrastination in I think earlier episode, that I procrastinated a lot regarding starting this podcast. Like I wanted to start this podcast, but then again I was thinking that okay, tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next to next week, like that. And somehow one day I decided that let's do it. Just let's do it. Even if this episode will be for 5 minutes, I will do it and I will not stop it. What happened when we procrastinate? Actually, if you think that procrastination is more vulnerable for creative people like author, people like who actually produce more on creative thing, and it also more relevant for I think students, because when I first realized that I am procrastinating very much, that is in my graduation, in my engineering days. So what we used to do, we used to study only before the night or before 2-3 days of the exam, or even for any assignment also, we always like did the assignment just before one day or the night before when we have to submit. The same procrastination continued for my MBA also. But that type of procrastination actually didn't matter for our life much. I mean, maybe for your graduation, post graduation, maybe your quality of work will deteriorate. Like if only you work for that project only for one night instead of maybe 1 or 2 months. But it's okay. I mean, in your life it doesn't matter much. But when it matters, when in your personal life you want to do something, you want to change your life in some way, you want to initiate something real which will actually help the other people, for those things, if you can't start because of procrastination, so that will be a loss for you and that will be a loss for world also. So if my podcast will help at least one people in the whole world, then because of my procrastination for the last 2-3 months, it is a loss for that person. So if you just think about this, a broader picture, maybe you will get some motivation to get up and start doing that. Because if you just don't think about yourself, like most of the procrastination happen also when we actually think of doing something, like think of doing some positive changes in our life, maybe for dieting, maybe for workout, yoga, meditation, all those things. It needs some of the effort. And though we know that, at least in the current era, we know what is the importance of a good health, good mind, I mean mental health, but still we procrastinate. Sometimes we give excuse to ourselves that we are not getting time. I mean, how much time is needed for exercise? I'm not telling that I'm totally different from this. I personally also sometimes procrastinate, though I generally keep already made it a habit, so that actually I need not to procrastinate for that. But for making it a habit also, you have to push yourself at least for 1 month. So and then sometimes it will be a habit of yours, and then when you will not do it, you will feel bad, and then from maybe from the next day onwards again you will continue. So at least you have to push yourself to make it a habit. So again, what happened when we procrastinate? I was started telling that when we procrastinate something and we not do that, then we feel guilty. Then the next thing happen is, then we start doubting ourselves, and then the next thing happen is we feel helpless, so we procrastinate even more. So that's a cycle. I think that is the main reason why most of people procrastinate and it never ends. So let's discuss how can you reduce your procrastination. In my last episode, I think in my first episode, I personally believe that procrastination is also a virus, like the deadliest virus now on earth in COVID-19. Procrastination is also a virus. It will actually kill you if you do not stop procrastinating. Maybe not very quick like COVID is doing, but in a matter of time. So to deal with the virus, the vaccine is act. Action only can kill procrastination. But today, what tips I am going to give you? Actually, the action obviously has to be generated, has to be activated within you. But today's tips will actually motivate you to act. I hope so. So let's learn what are the ways you can stop procrastinating or reduce procrastinating. The first thing is, make a vision board. What is vision board? Most of you, I think, know. Vision board is a place where you will put all the goal or vision for yourself. So any change, any new thing you want to start in your life, you just make a goal for that. Suppose you want to reduce some kilos of weight, or you want to be more healthy, you want to start meditation. So you mention in a present tense, because our brain only understands present tense. It cannot understand past, it cannot understand future. So if you just mention that I am healthy, whatever is your target weight, and then whatever ways you feel you want to be, you write it as a present tense. And every day, put that vision board is very near to you. It's to now we are blessed that most of us, we are working from home. So put that vision board near to your workplace, or if you are a homemaker, put that in the kitchen, in the refrigerator magnet board. So whenever which place you are spending most of your time, put that vision board there. And whenever you look at it every time, again you may feel guilty that you are not studying, but don't feel guilty. Just remind yourself that guilty will take you to the next level of procrastination. It will not help you. So you have to action. You have to act actually. So do that. I think it will help you to better action. The second thing is goal for the day. I have discussed earlier that what is the importance of setting a goal in your life, and setting a goal is one thing which is never taught in our schools, colleges, universities. I mean, sometimes I am very surprised that why didn't I know this beautiful concept in my school itself. If you mention in the same vision board, if you mention goal for the day, because we procrastinate more when we see that there is a lot of work to do. So break it a small work, like goal for the day or goal for the hour. It will help you to act fast. So if you mention that I want to do exercise 1 hour per day or half an hour per day, you may not get that enthusiasm to start from today or tomorrow. You may postpone that, okay, I'll do. But just mention that today I will run for 5 minutes. So no need to go outside even. You can run in the same place in the indoors also. And 5 minutes is pretty achievable target. Any time in the 24 hours, you can run for 5 minutes. And it will also help you to increase your heart rate, increase all those, boost your immunity system and all the good thing for a good health. So first week you try for 5 minutes. Next week, if you feel that, okay, you are feeling good about that, you increase to it 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So like that, if you do, start small, start a goal for the day, goal for the hour, and then you increase as you start doing it, because you will feel that you are enjoying that process, and so that will encourage you to do more. The third most important thing is make an accountability partner. That is also very important. That concept also I learned recently. What is accountability partner? Accountability partner is it can be a different partner for a different goal. So suppose you have a health goal, you want to do exercise, you can take a friend of yours, a family, a person from your family who is also enthusiastic about the health. And you both can set a timeline that, okay, from tomorrow or from today, this time we'll both do exercise. So if it is from the same place, it's good. Now I think even if it is not a same place, you can set a target and you can connect with video call, Zoom, and then you both can do exercise. And when you will finish, you will do like, okay, we both have finished. Even if you do not do at the same time, you can check whether he or she has done it today, or your that person, a friend or family, he or she can also check on you that whether you have done it. So when someone is also there whom you need to answer, you will feel more, you will procrastinate less. So that is why procrastinators is more for the self-employed people, because for the self-employed people, there is no one whom you need to answer. So you are your own boss. So that is one of the disadvantage of being a self-employed. I mean, there are many advantages, but this is, I must say, this is one of disadvantages. Because in your job, your accountability partner is actually maybe sometimes some of your colleague, or maybe sometimes your boss, who keep reminding you that you need to finish that job today, or whatever is the target. So the role of accountability partner will be similar. You both will discuss how you can achieve better your target, and both you can push each other to, so that you both can complete your target. So that also a beautiful strategy to reduce your procrastination. And the fourth important point would be share your success with others. So suppose again I'll tell, like suppose you have taken a target of writing something, but you have procrastinated for a long time. So whatever I have mentioned, set a vision board, set a goal for a day, goal for hours, like break it into don't aim for that you will write 1,000 words for the first day. Just set a target of write 100 words, and you may feel that when you start writing, it actually go to 1,000 words. So set a small target, and also when you finish that, share the success with your accountability partner or your close friend or close family member, because when you share and when you receive that praise, I would say, you feel more enthusiastic about doing it again and again. So we are social people, and we love those compliment on those things. So that's why you can see that all the people most of the time they waste their time in the social media by clicking each other's picture, by liking, by all those things, because we actually love to be praised by other people. So use that same feeling for a better reason. So I think that's all for today. I have shared my part of suggestions. Please comment below. Hope you like this episode. Please share it with your friends. Thank you. Bye bye.